I couldn't believe that from the beginning of April until the beginning of August, I lost 8 pounds without spending hours and hours and hours of doing cardio.
Go lift some weights, because that seriously is the secret. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to the channel, why are you eating oatmeal? Just kidding. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Rose. I have a program that will help you achieve your dream plant-based body, centered in whole food plant-based nutrition, evidence-based with some strength training. So if you're interested in all the words I just said, apply to my program below. The link is in the description. So this video, I am going to talk about why it is so hard for women after 40 to lose weight, and why it's actually not that hard at all once you have the right strategy. With my mom, she is going to be talking about how she was able to finally achieve her own dream plant-based body after she decided to finally get off the elliptical and listen to me. And Mom, flex for us, let's go. Oh yeah, so Mom, how old are you?
I'm not saying, I'll just say over 55 plus or minus.
Okay, so Mom is here and we're gonna ask her some questions. So Mom, before I convinced you to weight train, what were you doing for your fitness routine? What did you think was the right way to work out?
Cardio, 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 and more cardio.
And what did you always say to me growing up and recently until we started training together about how your thighs looked flabby, right?
Even though I worked out for hours with cardio, did cardio classes, did my own cardio, more cardio. Why are my legs flabby? Why are my arms flabby?
And are they flabby now?
Not at all. I just was looking at your results. I said to myself, she definitely knows what she's talking about.
See? I know more than Mom sometimes.
I'm seeing things that I've never seen before. Muscles on my legs. And I couldn't believe that from the beginning of April until the beginning of August, I lost 8 pounds without spending hours and hours and hours of doing cardio.
Exactly. And eating more protein, right? Because we've been plant-based for 15 years, but she never believed that you needed more protein, and you see the difference with the more protein, like I tell you, in the meals that I give you, right?
Definitely. The difference, the energy level, the stamina, even after these unbelievable workouts, I still have energy to do my tasks. When I used to do a lot of cardio, I would come home from the gym and literally be exhausted and really had to struggle to get through the rest of the day doing my tasks.
My mom used to go to group fitness classes. I used to teach group fitness, but you're just picking up those 8-pound weights every single week and not progressing. You look beyond incredible. And that is a testament to weight training, increasing your weight over time, eating protein, being patient, and also, my mom says she doesn't weigh herself, so she's not stressed about it.
Exactly.
So it happened naturally.
It happened naturally.
So I think you owe me a big thank you.
Definitely. Definitely. You definitely know your research, and you definitely explain it in a way that I can understand it.
There is this huge myth out there that once you reach a certain age, after 40, you just can't lose weight anymore. The problem is that you've never had the right strategy to begin with. Make lasting behavior changes, choosing to eat healthful foods, not overeating, and being active all day long. And you'll never have to worry about losing body fat. The first problem really stems from how men and women are treated in the fitness industry. There are so many more products geared toward women that are quick fixes, that are extreme routines, that are just things that are not sustainable for us or beneficial for us for losing fat. Men do not have to be convinced to lift weights. Men do not have to be convinced to eat protein, and men tend to not be as carb lovers as we women are. Extreme cardio that is ingrained in us to do because as women, we want to be a certain number on the scale, and we think that comes from excessive, and restrict. And that is not the right approach, because we're not going to have muscle mass by restricting or by doing crazy amounts of cardio. It kind of works against us. And we have to be convinced as women to lift weights because we're afraid that we're going to be bulky. And bulkiness is just never going to happen. We have to stop doing 20 reps with 3-pound weights, because that is just not doing anything in terms of muscle mass. And we want muscle mass because people that have more muscle mass have a higher metabolic rate, they're more active throughout the day, they get to eat more food, and they are lean. And having that muscle mass is not going to happen when you're doing cardio. And the key to just that fat loss is the right approach, which is energy deficit, controlling the amount of food you're putting in your mouth to get the fat off, weight training because it's more efficient than cardio, and just being active throughout the day. And women tend to not take this approach. They tend to do fad, yo-yo diets, restrictive diets, and just end up taxing their system doing all this crazy amount of cardio. We, as women, tend to eat more carbohydrates, and women's bodies can run on carbohydrates, meaning that we won't tap into our fat stores to mobilize the fat. We'll just keep running on the carbohydrates. And women tend not to have that much protein, and that's not going to help for muscle building, and that's also not going to help for this fat burn. What happens when we get to menopause? When we get to menopause, when our hormones are shifting, we're losing our estrogen. Estrogen actually really helps with fat burning. So the rate of fat burning is just going to slow down. So if you are not fit, if you have a lot of body fat to lose, it's not going to happen like it once did. Estrogen also helps control appetite. So what happens? We get super hungry, we probably gravitate toward the carb. Also during menopause, you can't sleep, and you're just in this constant state of elevated stress and cortisol, which is not helping anyone either. Why do we have to strength train? Why can't we just do cardio? You're gonna get super fatigued, super tired, and cardio interferes from weight training. So too much cardio means you're not putting muscle mass on. Cardio also increases your appetite. If your appetite is increased, you're gonna wanna eat more, and then you won't be in your energy deficit anymore. Weight training is going to increase your metabolic rate. Minute for minute, weight training is more efficient and a better use of your time. And know that this is the only way to change your body composition. And body composition, how you look, how much lean muscle mass on, cannot be measured by a scale. And it's much more fulfilling and better to focus on that and not a weight on the scale.